In this segment, we are going to invite 3 presenters. The first presenter is Leo Li, CFO, Norcomed Biotechnology. Please, the floor is yours. Good afternoon. I think you feel very drowsy. Please cheer up, because our products would be used by your family members, but hopefully they won't be able to use it. Our Norcom, we are in the bone industry, and we are a bone-related medical device producer. We dedicated to the minimally invasive surgery of spine. We use a 3D printing technology. It was a hot technology several years ago, but many of the technology are hypes on paper. Our company actually used 3D technology to produce individualized and products. When we talk about the individualized products, I'm not sure whether you know some individualized medical device comparing to the conventional device. 3D printed device can copy your bone structure. Bones, individual bones had some joints and also some cracks, and through these different structures, it's not just the physical support, but also flexibilities, and also the joints is very closely combined, and it's easy for recovery because it's a minimum invasive surgery. Please let me talk about our team. Our team established in 2013, and we have graduates from Tsinghua University and the number 3 hospital from Peking University, and the physicians are from 301 and other top level hospitals. We also invited many scientists. We have 50 plus we call the design patents, industry design patents, and 10 of such patents are in pipeline. In 2013, we were being awarded by the Beijing municipal government and to get the permit, and we received the venture capital from the Lenovo, and our CEO is Li Peng, only 36 years old, so very dynamic and energetic company. And he has very seasoned experiences in the operation business and also the testing and approval process. Our COO used to be engaged in the medical device sales, and our CMO used to be engaged in the medical market and the sales insurance related business. We had our external consultants. They are all the chief of different departments of hospitals. It was a trillion US dollar market, but traditionally Chinese people prefer more drugs and medicines taken than the medical devices recovery. And Norcomed, our company, wanted to promote the development of this market, and also the Chinese government is promoting the individualized medical device development, and we enjoyed a very rapid development in recent years. Our industry actually had a lot of M&A happened, Johnson & Johnson, and also other famous companies. I hope, of course, you are not going to approach us, and other companies like Medtronic. Thank you for your excellent presentation. Ladies first, Ms. Tong. I think you spend too much time to talk about 3D printing. It's wasting of time, actually, because you didn't elaborate your core competitiveness. You talk about your team members, but with regard to equipment, materials, and processes, what are your advantages? Because when we talk about 3D printing, even the spine, there are too many companies. Yes, you are right. We are in the category 3. The first is the cage. Spine cage. It's already sent and submitted to CFDA, and some others are under the pipeline. When we talk about the medical devices, to be honest, is a preemptive advantage, whoever comes first, because a medical device, unlike the drugs, the drugs need a lot of time to be approval. But for the medical devices, we need the whole production line from the R&D to the final production. But when we talk about commercialization, we need to find the market. We had the external consultants. We have the deans and the head and chief from different hospital divisions and departments. If they can change and accept our products, is easier. In addition to the tier 1 city, the 4 cities, the tier 2 cities and the lower tier cities, it's very difficult for them to accept 3D printing medical devices. So for our company's core competitiveness is preemptive advantage. Yes, there are many other companies doing the same thing, but we have accumulated a lot of know-how. When we submitted our applications to CFDA, I was from the financial investment field, so maybe I don't know very well in this medical field, but for the know-how, actually we have the whole process, and also commercialization is very fast. When we talk about finance, we had some shareholders and investors. This is our core competitiveness. Thank you for your detailed explanation. Next, Mr. Yang Anqi. I have 2 questions. The first one is, what's your modality collaborating with the hospitals? Can you elaborate in details? You talk about preemptive strength. How long you can keep this preemptive strength? For example, Johnson & Johnson, those large companies, if they enter into the same field, they would destroy you rapidly. In the medical device field, we have 2-volt system. It's difficult to resolve the issue. We can only rely on the direct marketing. This is a status quo. I cannot elaborate. We need to rely on the agents to marketize our products. If we can persuade those big agents to sell our products, but ultimately the physicians and the doctors are very important. What's your punchline to persuade the doctors and physicians? We got a very positive feedback from physicians. They said our products are good ones. We use the dean or chief of each department of the hospitals. For example, we use the chief physician and from this highest class hospital to promote the products. You talk about the preemptive strength. Yes, medical device has huge market, and some gigantic companies are also doing the same thing. Some are in the spine business, some are in other arthritis prosthesis business. So we should find our niche market. For our niche market is in the spine, because others are doing different business. We are not competing on your advantage, but our focus is on the spine. I don't want to be the storyteller and to boast or to brag our large wide varieties of our products. Instead, we are quite focused and to start from the spine related products and then gradually expand. We also collaborate with some large companies. You have only less than 2 minutes. Can you use lay language? Because I'm a lay person. Can you tell me image and data acquisition from patient and to the 3D printing and then to the physician's feedback, the whole loop and cycle? and tell me who is the producer of the 3D printer and the raw materials where it come from. Because the process is too long, later on I will elaborate. I would answer your second question. The raw materials we use initially domestically produced. So you don't need to elaborate. It's third-party supplier of raw materials. Yes, and also the printer is also third-party printer. Core technology is our know-how, our process, our production process. First, we need to collect big data suitable for the Chinese patients. And our product design is satisfying Chinese needs. And through the modeling, of course, we need clinical trials and approval process. At the physician and doctors level, they would compare conventional metal devices or the new like 3D printing spine. Are you talking about individualized products or standardized product? In China, if you cannot get the permit or license, you cannot do the individualized patient spine. Only by getting the permit, you can individualize the products. So currently, we don't have the permit and license, so only standardized products. Thank you. Time is up. Thank you for the judges. Next is from the Buttons, Ms. Tian Qing, Sunny Tian, Executive Director from Buttons. Judges, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. On behalf of Buttons, I just want to give you some introduction. Buttons is from Everbright, a new economy company, and William I.M. Jointly incubated the trendy brand. Through double headquarters in U.S. and China, we have crafted the top-notch supply chain. And our products is a kind of a fusion of brand and science and technology. Well, I am is not only the creator, but also an investor and entrepreneur with 7 Grammy Awards, Emmy Awards, and also in WEF's various fora. Another is Mr. I, is our founder, is the forerunner in the fashion industry. We had very strong competencies and from the Hollywood in LA, and our operational headquarters is in Beijing, Shanghai, and in Shenzhen we have the production center and the best R&D team in Singapore, and in Europe we have our sales team. Use one sentence to summarize our mission is street culture meets our life. Technology shouldn't be such like a diet thing. It should have its own warm temperature, should be representative, just like art, a piece of art. When we design the tech products, our products can be stand out is to self-expression of our users. Our products is combining the audio and the visual interactive process. Through our products, we can capture the data from the daily life and also to build up our brand value and the core competitiveness. In Q4, we launched Buttons Air. These products are being simultaneously launched in China, US, and Europe. It has a lot of innovative capabilities. It's on my ear. It's the largest radius and diameter to get a stereo sound system. And in the industry, we are using the Qualcomm 5100 chips and to achieve the interactive communication between us. We also use aviation class ceramic materials. This is other products, you can see we start from the buttons, air pod, and also the other wearable products. Our consumers, including the fashionista and technocrats, we have some niche market, and through this niche market, we are going to gradually disseminate our products. On the global level, we have a lot of celebrities resources. They are the fans and the lover of our buttons. G Balvin, for example, he together with Will I Am chorused the Bad Boys for Life song. And also our products are on the cover of many magazines and journals. Thank you, Tianjin. Commentators, 3 judges. When we talk about this topic, several years ago, I invested in an intelligent AirPod. At that time, there was no Bluetooth and also 2 separated AirPods. And but what you have done is very fashionable and cool. In April, you said you launch the new products, and how many products you've sold. You are doing this both individualized and also new brand products. How could you make sure your niche market users got to know your products? Because for new products to find the market users, it's very difficult, because Apple and Samsung, they had already very established and sophisticated technologies, and it's not expensive, especially the Apple's AirPod. You know, it's a very good user experiences. How can you compete with them? Thank you for your professional questions. First, the differentiation between our products versus the AirPod of Apple. For the intelligent wearable products, you know, this AirPod is frequently used. We believe the glass selling is tens billions of US dollars. Because it's a daily consumables, and for Apples, they control more on the standards and cost. But for the individualization, we got a lot of room to maneuver, because we can make it into the decorations and also earrings, for example, to target different communities. They are the opinion leaders. They are also fashion Nista, they are the key opinion leaders, KOL. So what they wear, including the garments and the shoes, and also these wearable devices, they can help us to promote.
So this is our current strategy. First of all, the first launch of our product simultaneously happens in China, US, and Europe, taking advantage of our influence overseas, further enhancing the branding of our products. Our products, the first launch, the total number is hundreds of thousands, but the per unit price is pretty high. So first of all, we're focusing on high-end airport stores and high-end digital stores. Also through the online B2C direct sale is our major channel. So for us, from branding, first of all, we want to get closer to consumers. We also want to be more influential among the consumer by leveraging on the celebrities, which are ultra extreme. Those brands emerge very quickly because they capture the mind of the consumer. But for earphones, so far no single brand can be so successful, enabling customer treating them as a day-to-day must. So I think the market is big enough. We believe, so do branding, you have to accumulate a long time before you can succeed. What is your target? What is your goal? This is my first question. Second, you talk about North America, Europe channel. What about channels you have? Because the new brand in earphones from China entering North America and China, how do you communicate with those channel partners in North America. In terms of the channels, from day one, we did not treat ourselves as a China brand, because first of all, we have China's strength as a R&D system and supply chain. But from day one, we realized to do a good marketing, we need a lot of overseas, cross-country or cross-border celebrities. So this is why we got Will I Am. So he is very influential, very popular around the world. So a good branding influence has to start from day one to be internationalized. So on this level, we treat China as a R&D and later back-end support and R&D. So we have open KOL, key opinion leaders. We did a lot of work in North America and Europe. We are able to, within a short period of time, do a good job. This year, so far, we have fulfilled the initial sales target. Next year, we anticipate the revenue could be reached hundreds of millions of RMB. And we'll go even faster later on. In 3 to 5 years, it's possible for us to create a new generation international brand of wearables. I'm 45 years old. Black Eyed Peas was a song, the singer star of my generation. So what about the new generation Z? How can you become influential? Because the attachment will come. So do you believe people like me will be interested in a new brand? Very interesting question. Thank you so much. Black Eyed Peas, actually, Black Eyed Peas not represent only a singer. It was not as popular as it used to be, but it represents a very complicated phenomenon. It centers around a culture or atmosphere. Please, Generation Z and Millennial, will they be interested in your products? I like to say, so where I am is the guide for us, but we are not limited to where I am as the sole tag of our products. In internationalization, we have frontline artist people where establish contact with them. Next year, we are going to have quite a number of heavyweight artist people or artists meeting the demand of the current generation. They themselves are innovation in their 40s, but they're still producing new products for the younger generation. So this is what we are doing. So our product will surely target on the future. We will find the expressional form and signal meeting the requirement of the future generation. So we'll be centered around the next generation in the next 3, 5 years, or even 20 years, during which time the young people will love the brand. So time is up. The final contestant from Casivision, Mr. Guan. Ms. Guan, sorry. So our major product is the cover lens or cover glass. So let me just tell you about the current situation and our pain points. We are using the machine and AI technology to serve the industry, manufacturing industry, to lower costs. Which manufacturing industry? That is the cell phone cover lens. The annual output is 3 billion. So production is fully automatic, but the inspection is still manual, wholly. Actually, in China alone, there are 150,000 quality inspection workers of this cover glass or cover lens. They're wearing very tight, gear, and they have to be in close range and to look at these different kind of products. So very harsh working environment. Within 3 months, their vision will be decreased by to 0.6. Terrible situation. and then a lot of turnover of the people and unstable quality of manual inspection. So this is the pain point. So our company has created such a platform. It's called 1-ton heavy machine to better inspect the products. By products, I mean the cover lens, the cover glass. So it's very fast, high precision, and very reliable. In terms of the innovation, right now, only two companies in the world are doing this. One in Germany, which existed for 34 years old. It took them 6 years to come up with this equipment. So for us, it took us only 1.5 years, starting in 2016, to come up with our product. We are only 3 years old. But we mean Casivision. So we are very good at in the algorithm software modularization of technical. So why can we do this? Because we have a very strong team, all of them from the Institute of Automation, the Chinese Academy of Sciences. They have devoted decades in researching on this special field. So they all have the PhD degrees. They have many years of experience working in this field. Why is that? We can be so successful because the glass quality inspection has a very high comprehensive technical barriers in terms of the 5 areas: optical, computing, machinery, electronic, and software. Because, for example, controller machine, we have accumulated a R&D investment of 200 million RMB yuan, and the Institute of Automation and the Chinese Academy have accumulated 10 years of technical practices. We have the global biggest inspection sample bank. Every day, this database is increasing. Every day, we have been accumulating more data. So this is what we have been doing. So this is us, the Casivision. Thank you so much for listening. Now, comments from the judges. Working in your industry, there are a lot of companies doing the same thing. My question is, so what is the output right now for your company? 70% of the company are customer-made. So you are producing standardized products or customized products. For customers, you're replacing their inspection workers. So the customer will think, once you replace their human costs, what will be this time they can recoup their investment? So I think AOI equipment is there. We believe for the whole industry, there are many different complexities. So we're cooking this, our product is mainly for the cell phone or smartphone cover lens. So this is a very detailed segment, a specific segment. For us, as a startup, we really can overtake many of the existing companies for the inspection machine equipment. So the entire industry demand will be 1,500 to 2,000. So the ceiling, you can see that, is about 100 billion RMB yuan market size. Right now, it's a monopoly. The core competitor is from Lansi and Born. The two companies are began to issue orders from us because 1,500 machines is the total market capacity. So we are fulfilling their order. Right, every month we can produce 40 machines per month. The last question, actually, you talk about to calculate economy of this investment, the feasibility for so the customer want to buy that. It depends on the pain point of our customers. The number one is the replacement of the human inspection worker. Quality is poor of their inspection and also harsh environment. So replace people is a very important, but not the sole reason. When considering comprehensive cost, you have to consider one more thing. So after you produce this lens, it's not the end of the game. When they deliver this one, if they found there are some defects of this glass, maybe not expensive, but the penalty will be very high. So if there are defects, so the penalty will be very high for the customer. If the delivery is not on time, is delayed, and then the penalty is also very, very high. All the costs will be taken into consideration when they are making decision making, whether or not they want to buy our product. So our gross profit is about 70%. So we are in a very profitable market. You said, so the ceiling is 1,500 machines. So this inspection, in addition to for cell phones, maybe future for television or bigger screen, as long as they're glass or flat, so you can do the testing as well. This is my first question. Second, use some figure to tell us. You'll help the enterprise to lower how much percentage of the cost if we want to replace people. The best inspection worker, the efficiency is about 20 seconds to check one glass, but for our machine it's 1.5 seconds. So for a single machine can replace 18 people. Secondly, the market size. I come up with a special machine. We made an investment on R&D. So what about the return, the rate of return? When we capture the market, I'm helping the enterprise to solve the unstable inspection quality. So our marketing strategy is to extend to both upstream and downstream. In the quality inspection market, we want to enter into production market. So we can do a lot of things extending to both the customers' upper stream and lower stream. So this is what we are doing right now. So we take our machine to tell our customer it has many technical points. Some kind of inspection on this specific part of the lens, and we can embed that into the production lines of our customers. So nobody was doing that before because the output on the production line. You want to really help our customers to lower their costs and to improve their production efficiencies. So the commercial or business threshold is very high, much higher than its technical barriers. So we prove our technical strengths and convince our customers. Also upstream, when they are using our machine, but when they deliver goods to the downstream, but pain point, the pain point is still there. Sorry, you have to stop there. We're running out of time. My question is that in this industry chain, your downstream customer is very concentrated. There are not many users in China. So the time, why don't you tell us your negotiation skill, talking to your customers? When you capture a new customer, so what about the transformation you have to make vis-a-vis our customer? The concentration degree of customer, your negotiation power, how much time will it take for you to secure a customer? We can enter into the customers of downstream because they are not on the same standard. The upstream is a comprehensive inspection, but downstream is a random sample. But I mean your own downstream, your existing customer is very concentrated. Each customer is a huge customer, right? How did you convince them to buy your machine? Usually through the small testing and convince customer. When they succeed on their production line, they will be convinced. So I think you want to talk about this off stage. I think this is the time we have. Thank you very much for the three presenters. But now it's time for voting.